Today, we play Best of One.
The only one in Best of One.
What? Virginia taxes!
Ta-da!
Eurian. This is Standard. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me at CGB. Today we're trying an artifact control deck, and it got me to craft Ravenous Robots. People kind of excited about this card. It definitely isn't the most Ninja Turtle looking thing I've ever seen. I mean, I recognize these little chompy things. I remember I had toys of these, but whenever you cast an artifact spell, you make a 1/1 colorless artifact creature token. It's 2 mana for a 2/1, and then creature tokens you control gain haste until end of turn. And I've seen this built into a lot of like affinity shells and people trying it in various formats, and I'm trying it here in like a Boros controlling style that's actually meant to slow things down and get a lot of value out of our little 2 mana 2/1, and that's what we got here with weapons manufacturing, which says non-token artifacts entering makes munitions. When those leave, 2 damage to any target. I've paired that up with cards like Legion Extruder that let you sacrifice artifacts to make golems, Duskgrow's Reliquary, which exiles creatures and artifacts, and Torch the Tower, which can bargain those munitions away or our 1/1 creatures away to get all the benefits from these cards. Then I want to draw lots of cards with Caretaker's Talent, which triggers off weapons manufacturing, Ravenous Robots, Legion Extruder, and more. 1,000 Moon Smithy, Fountain Port, like all of these can fuel the Caretaker's Talent. Dauntless Scrapbot is kind of what I started with, weirdly, but I'm loving this card so much in my Dimir deck that has still been doing very well. I shouldn't be making other videos. I shouldn't while the Dimir deck is so hot, but we're putting someone in from the bench and giving them a try, Boros. So Dauntless Scrapbot is going to keep the opponent's graveyard at bay while also making multiple artifacts, giving us ramp, making tokens for Caretaker's Talent, etc., etc. And to keep the opponent at our pace, I have High Noon. I don't know if this is good enough. I'm not sure, like 100%, but I have a lot of ways to get value out of my mana, including Caretaker's Talent, the Lander tokens, including Fountain Port, Abandoned Air Temple, Quarry Mountain Monastery, Legion Extruder, making 3/3s. So I'm thinking even if I'm only casting 1 spell a turn, the theory is I can use the rest of my mana to do other things. And also this is a sneaky burn deck because of weapons manufacturing and Legion Extruder. It does go face, and High Noon can finish the job. So I'm hoping that puts us like in the right ballpark to beat some of these other decks like Prowess and Cub that go crazy, while at the same time we're over here casting cards like Scrapbot to keep the graveyard decks from going crazy. We don't have any board wipes. I don't know if that's going to cost us the games, but we're going to find out. Hopefully we're just drawing so many Torch the Towers and Reliquaries. We don't need a dang board wipe, but maybe 1 or 2 board wipes wouldn't be the worst. Anyway, that's your little intro. I felt like I wanted to talk about this because it is something I kind of brewed up and may or may not be a good idea, but let's dive in and let the nonsense begin. Confidence on YouTube. I'm told it sells. You gotta in your intro be like, this is the greatest deck ever. It's never been so broken. What could go wrong? Does anybody see any flaws in this deck? I don't. It's currently undefeated. Literally nobody has ever lost a game with this deck before. Well, weapons manufacturing, it's on the draw, so we have, in theory, a few reliquaries to catch us back up once we fall behind, but we don't have anything we can play on turn 1, which is concerning. But the opponent is gonna opt. Sure. Okay. I get to run bricks in this deck. I love running bricks. I probably run bricks way more than I should. But the deck wanted its land drops. With 4 Scrapbots and 4 bricks, though, maybe it needs more basics. We'll see if we can run out of basics in this game. Does that sound fun to you guys? All right. So this is probably Prowess. So give me an otter. Give me an otter so I can kill it. They didn't give me an otter. They shocked in a second steam vent in a row and passed. Sometimes they have counter spells. Not a lot of them, though. So what could we lose that we wouldn't miss? Honestly, the bricks. Let's go right for the bricks. A little life gain. A little basic planesy. And then next turn we have things like weapons manufacture, like Legion Extruder, Reliquary, or weapons manufacturing gets on the field. If we run out manufacturing and it gets countered or bounced, we get no value from it, and that is very bad. So this is Crab Spelementals. So a scrap bot would actually be money here. We don't have a lot of instants, that's for sure. Do we have any? What kind of... Jeez, they're killing themselves. I don't know if we have any, so the crabs are a big problem if we can't go wide. We have Torch the Tower. That's not going to do much. And they already have a 1 mana 4/5. Okay, well, I can solve that. So give me a weapons manufacturing. Give me a Dusk Rose Reliquary, sacking the bricks. Hitting the Hearth Elemental, making me a little munitions. When that leaves, 2 damage to something. And we can make it leave with the Reliquary or the Extruder. So maybe we can pile up damage where we need to. Right? This is fine. Everything's fine. But I do want a scrap bot. This graveyard has to go. Look at what they've got here. They probably already have a crab ready, don't they? All right, what are we doing with a turn like this? If we go for the Smithy, that makes a big creature. It gets tapped, but then we have this down, and we would have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts to transform it. And if they counter it, then they didn't play a crab. Seems fine. Smithy! No quenches. That's what I thought. So you have to tap 5 artifacts. When it enters Make Big Dork, at the beginning of your first main phase, you may tap 5 untapped artifacts to transform this. And then you have a land that can tap, and whenever you use its mana to cast an artifact or a creature, you make another big chonker. So that's how we're going to get in this game. Big chonkers. I mean, they did the thing. So how do we come back? Reliquary takes out 1. And we don't want them picking up the flock. There's a torch. That works with the munitions. We didn't have enough artifacts to transform Smithy yet because they sunderflocked me. Well, go flock yourself, I say. Let's see. We could go 2 damage face. I mean, we can cast a lot of this. Sacking to draw also does it, but that's 1, 2. Cast another 1, 2. I mean, it's so many artifacts. But this is kill a 5/5 at instant speed, so let's have that ready to go. Let's start with a Reliquary. Let's pitch 2 damage to your face. You're at 14. I mean, honestly, how close are we to just going face and winning that way? What you gonna do? They're gonna counter the ability. Ew. Don't like that. Okay. Another munition hits the board. We could get the Extruder down. That's another 2 damage to face. Then Torch is another 2 damage to face. And then at that point they're at 8. Another sack and they're at 6. Like, number go down is occurring. They are tapped out here. We should probably kill one of these, to be honest. It's all about like which artifact where, you know what I mean? With the bargain, that's you. Sack that. That's you. Just in case you thought Torch the Tower couldn't get any better. So many artifacts. I mean, yeah, it blocks crabs all day. Or tries to. It probably dies to some removal spell. Down to 12. They flocked me again? What the flockin' flock, dude? The scrap bot would have been so good. I can't believe we drew no scrap bots immediately when playing a game where it would have been clutch. It hurts my soul just a little. Just a little. I'll be okay. Thanks for caring. All right, let's do this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we tap this, we can't sack to make a 3/3, which is part of my master plan, but we don't get a construct from using this. So, like, I don't know. It could have gone either way. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't supposed to go either way. Maybe I was definitely supposed to make a construct. But the opponent has shown that they can remove them pretty easily. It's what Thunderflock does well. I don't know. It's close. Trigger. Unfortunately, they can remove this in response here, which would be very good for them. Dang it, they did. But at least we didn't get Burst Lightning to face. Now this is sack another artifact to make a 3/3, but then we don't get the bricks. And you know I love bricks, and I keep hitting the wrong button. So we're gonna have to focus up today, CGB. Are you trying to blow it? All right, we go to 14. And they're doing the thing where they go through their deck in Is It style and find everything they need. You do love it. All right, let's see if this works. That's going to be 2 damage to this crab. Make a 3/3, block this crab. All right, crab down. Now we got this flyer to worry about. We draw another weapons manufacturing, which won't trigger the barracks. So how do we see more cards? We can sack the Fountain Port. Do I have a way to sack one more artifact? I can port if I draw land. I do. Let's see if this works out. We could go face, but man, that's aggressive. All right, that's interesting. It still doesn't trigger this. I don't know, guys. Am I like, if I draw the land, if I sack this and draw the land, we kill this thing. If I play this and copy a token, I draw a card and I have more manufacturing. Highest upside, I think. That's what we go for. The highest upside. Point. Draw. Jesus, 3 enchantments in a row. Why? Why does this happen? Am I dead? Finish me. Finish me. I don't deserve to Magic the Gathering. All I draw when I need to are enchantments. Stupid enchantments. All right, there's another 4/5. What the hell is happening here? Okay. Caretaker's Town's gonna get cut from the deck, just out of anger. What do I do? I have to kill this. How do I kill it? Or I have to gain life. I don't feel like I have the cards I need. So I have to draw them, right? There's nothing else I can really do here. So I need to draw an artifact? I can't believe this happened. This was embarrassing. Okay, that's a robot. Okay. So I play this. Now what happens? Sack that. It does 2 more there. I don't have a way to gain life either. It's just not there, dude. It's just not there. Oh God, I can't believe I'm gonna lose to this. I can't believe it. Oh, do I even give Caretaker's Talent another chance? I'm so angry. Should just made a different play. I also should have made the Construct when I had a chance. That was dumb too. Although I think they Sunderflocked again, so it wouldn't matter. Ah. Also, yeah, weirdly, suddenly we couldn't draw a land or an artifact there. And I could just cut the Caretaker's Talents, but it feels like they're often an artifact as well. And maybe I should have just played one when I did. I definitely made the bold play. Yeah. Get over it. Play on. Shut up. Focus. You want your enchantments and then your artifacts pop off. That's the plan. I don't think I take time off for that thing right now. This is the card we need. But I think I can burn their world to the ground next turn with these. If the manufacturing sticks. So cub it up. Who cares? I don't care. Play your elves. Stupid deck. Extruder. 2 points. Reliquary. Sack. 2 points. Take the elf. Bang, bang, ba-bang, ba-bang. And look how set up we are for next turn for 2 more damage and a 3/3. Go ahead. Play more mana dorks. They did. I love it when they're like accommodating like that. Why not? Just get it dead. If they're gonna miss land drops, let's get them. Any artifact makes another little machine gun for these little stupid creatures. You want to elf ball me? I'll show you where to stick your elf ball. Dude, they don't know what to do with this. This confused, sad roping opponent brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. Use promo code CGB5. Pre-order Strixhaven, especially the collector boosters. Get your pre-orders in at CoolStuffInc.com. Promo code CGB5, and you'll get a sweet token as well. Ropey go yeah, okay. All right. We drew a salty concession, my friends. I think getting a green creature deck to just shamefully run away and hide in the corner and cry is always an accomplishment. Every day of my life, I wake up saying, geez, I hope I can make that happen today. And here we are. And just think, I didn't even scrapbot them. I was so looking forward to this. So, whatever your name is, you done? All right. Well, I have Caretakers talented. And now we will take a pause to appreciate Dragon Shield sleeves, of which I have many lurking around my desk because I put all of my cards in Dragon Shield sleeves. So there's a link in the description that you can use, and the promo code CGB5 works on their site as well for a discount on all of their regular products. And the official CovertGoBlue logo sleeves are also hosted on Dragon Shield, and you can find a link to those in the description as well to show your love for the channel, and I appreciate it so much. I've had a few people show up at meet and greets at Magic Cons with the official CovertGoBlue logo sleeves, and it makes me very happy. It warms my heart. I'm probably nicer to them than most people, just out of sheer bias for me. That's it. That it works on me. I'm that much of an egotistic sucker. Game. Did you see them show up just a little at the end? Did you see the highlighting showing that they were like doing something with their hand? Yeah, they spent that whole time crying, sobbing their eyes out. Their makeup is ruined. So first game went a little sideways at the end. We didn't draw our best card in the matchup, and I probably messed up, but it also felt like really bad luck. Like I probably played the right outs and got no outs. Anyway, second game, domination. Loved it. Was beautiful. Third game, we have a weapons manufacturing in hand, but we have no artifacts. Okay, well, I was thinking, should I shock this in? I really was. I honestly thought about it, but no, we'll get this down. We're still gonna try to line up a 2-for-1 by drawing any artifact. Instead, we've drawn 3 Sacred Foundries. Okay. They're pretty small. If we draw an artifact here, we're sitting pretty. Okay, deck. This deck is out to destroy me. How many artifacts in our deck? A billion? There are 12 enchantments. The rest is artifacts and lands. And look it, we're just getting lit because, you know what? I'll tell you why we're getting destroyed. Because we're playing Standard the Gathering that's actually Legacy. And if you miss a beat and play a 3-mana sorcery speed card, even on the play, without dealing with the opponent's board, you die. That's why. It's a great, great format. All right, artifact or I quit. Maybe I don't quit. I'm still dead, right? Yeah, I'm dead to a land drop. It's over. I'm fine. Not mad at all. Guess Caretaker's Talent's done, guys. Unholy Annex is done. Caretaker's Talent is done. Anything that has ever been close to a Phyrexian Arena in this format is done. It's so embarrassing, dude. It's so bad. Why do we have to make good cards suck? Huh? Wizards? Why are you doing that? It's so frustrating. I mean, this is an interesting aura, but it's still an aura. And twice now we've gotten got because we're not playing enough artifacts. So this could be a caretaker. This could be the frickin' carrot cake. Is it a carrot cake? Maybe it is. But how do I get cards when I run out of cards? I guess Fountain Port, right? All right, so I want an artifact. I'd also like to draw a bajillion cards. Well, we could just play Warden and actually have a creature, which is really good with all this stuff that makes stuff. We could also have Nesting Bot, which is 2 artifacts in 1 card and runs at max speed. I mean, that's something on the board. It's like little cards like these are they're good. They're just good. But in a high noon deck, they're not. So I'm going to just keep removing non-artifact cards. Tap 3 other untapped creatures. If it was artifacts, it'd be pretty good. How about Market Gnome? You sack that, you draw cards. It's something. I mean, we have a lot of ways to sacrifice them, and that is unique to this deck. All right, we'll try that. Is that bad? Seems bad. I mean, this is 2 mana for a 2/1 that draws a card, but discards most of the time because we're not a creature deck. Star Cage wipes out all our shit. It's not good. You don't want that. I wonder how good this is. It's a creature or artifact enters. Did you guys notice that? That's kind of sick. That's better than a market gnome. Let's try being warpy Guided by Light. I haven't seen Guided by Light played in a deck like this. And it's probably better than a talent. You warp it in, you make a bunch of artifacts, you gain a bunch of life, and you draw. Keep going. Be ready to torch. So if I had played Untapped Mountain or Shocked Foundry and we had torched a Chocobo last game, we would have still been in the game. But considering that we never actually drew an artifact, I don't think we could have won. Not really. But here we go. Turn one. You gotta be cooking on turn one in this format. Show them the white. Get down the weapons manufacturing. So next turn, what do? Robots makes artifact. If we did this first, that's 1, 2, 3, and we draw. That's pretty cool. And we have no removal because we don't have a way to get rid of the token yet. So we should do this. All right. Warp. Robots. Artifacts. Doing it. All right, guys, that is a lot better than Caretaker's talent. Let's be real. Let's be so real here. Our opponent is seeing new cards for the first time in their life. What? The synergy. Behold my creation. This is what deck brewers and builders long for. The moment where their opponent reads every card on the field. Every card they've played. Like, what? What is happening? And then they play Ouroboros and they probably win the game. But, you know, in the meantime, we feel great about it. So, yeah, okay. It's awesome. Just great. Love Magic. All right, the torch. Oh, what a draw. Okay. So if we play this, we gain 1 life. Then if we play Reliquary, it also makes an artifact. It also is an artifact. We draw another card. This makes an artifact. We Reliquary the Boroid. The other thing we could do is play all of these without playing Guided by Light. Then we have a land in hand. Their whole board is cooked. This saves the torch, though. I think I'm down for saving torch. And getting more cards and more life. Synergies! 2 to head, right? Unfortunately, a 3/3. But we're going to exile the Boroid. And we don't have a way to sack the other artifact. No, we don't. Not yet. That's more life. Oh my gosh, the life gain in this might just be the difference maker. Look at the life gain. And they're at 10. They're at incidental 10. They have given me 6 damage just playing their deck. But Numb, dude, we're feeling it now. Did you know this is like 4 artifacts when this enters? Because it makes one from robots. It makes one from manufacturing. It is an artifact that makes another artifact. Yeah, this is the card. We found the card. Caretaker's talent, dead. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Has ward. You can target it, but it has ward. Just a heads up. Might be a problem for you. I mean, they didn't even get clowned by the weapons manufacturing Legion extruder combo. They just got by everything else. Oh, they have sheltered by ghosts in here. Wait, what? They don't untap the Weaver this way. Yes. Oh my God, yes. Okay. The ward is a bit tricky, so we need 3 for that, and then we still have a torch and a... Yeah, we're good. We're so good right now. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this back. All right, 2 to your face. I think we're just gonna win. We might just win here. What? I will pay your ward price. Oh, look, another reliquary has entered. Trigger, 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 trigger. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then torch is game? Oh my gosh. What have I done to Magic the Gathering? Pew! Alrighty. What were they called in Ninja Turtles? Fake fan, I know, but it's been only like 3 decades or so since I watched it. So were they called Chompers? I feel like they were called Chompers. The little robots, as depicted on Ravenous Robots. You'll let me know in the comments. Mousers? Is that right? Feels right. In a stupid way. No red mana, but we're trying out our nesting bot here. I also just have this sneaking suspicion the extra damage from these in some matchups will matter. The deck is faster than you'd think. No turn 2 is awkward. We could reliquary nothing. The funny thing is, I think we could actually draw a card from it if we reliquaried nothing. That's too aggressive. I can't. That's a bit much. Huh? You know, I don't know what they're doing with their mana dork, but if this is more of these shenanigans, let's just draw cards. There's a life. There's a reliquary. There's a life. Trigger, draw. All right, getting closer to red mana. I swear to God we are. Unfortunately, did not increase our speed. That's the one thing I could have done better there. They don't have green. Interesting. What is going on here? I will attempt to increase my speed. I think I counter this scrap bot. Let's find out. I have no graveyard. Are they really going to counter a 3/1 for 3? Okay. Aang. They have Leyline Weaver Aang. This combo? But they still have no green. I mean, you don't need green to play it, but okay. They have Ashling Avatar's Wrath. What a curve! I mean, I'm getting ruined. It would help if I had red mana, though. I'd feel like I could fight back. Duskro's Reliquary. 2 mana scrap bot, then play Reliquary, I think. Yeah, not drawing cards is bad, okay? Highly unrecommended. I mean, this is red mana. I just think it's going to take too long. But I could sack the token instead and not worry about max speed. I mean, if they cast Avatar's Wrath, that's going to happen anyway. I think letting Ashling make a lot of mana has to be bad for me. They've already got a ton. Cast the Avatar's Wrath. Do it. Do it. Do it. I mean, Nesting Bot's doing a good job of making sure we have artifacts to sacrifice, that's for sure. Where would we be without it with these Duskro's Reliquaries? Dragon? Anybody else just wondering what the hell is happening? Anyway, combat. Take 3. Max speed. Pog. Play this, gain a life. Play this, gain a life. Meh? I think we need the lander to go get a mountain. So here is my nesting bot. It is a 2/1. You should be impressed. Yeah, that's a good card. That is a good card you've got there. I wish I could do anything whatsoever about it. It is combo. They just aren't playing green. We'll show them our true power when we get this mountain. So, combo me? I don't have a way to shoot down infinite creatures. These back and forth are a combo. It's the dock that, like, makes it infinite. So maybe they're just... Yeah, maybe they're not playing green, not playing infinite, and just settling for... And I mean settling very loosely. Settling for being a really powerful deck with a lot of shifty play to it. Need more red mana. This is so bad. There just isn't much I can do here. Torch with bargain off a nesting bot leaves still 2 mana unspent. I'm trying to figure out a way to use most of my mana. I guess I can go for this bot. Okay. Okay, sure. I have a plan. It's not good, especially in light of an Aang. But hey, we gained a life, so that's pretty cool. We gained another life. That's pretty cool. I want the card, and I still think that the mana from Ashling is the most dangerous thing I can be going up against. And they blow it out, probably, but I'll still get a life and a card if they target the torch here. Okay. 16. Still bottlenecked on red. Maybe the bricks are bad, but I don't know. I'm a little too addicted to value to call the bricks bad, but it's one of the reasons we have so many basic planes. That'll get you. Okay, those are just lands. Block? Yeah, we do have things that trigger off the amount of artifacts we have, so let's hang on to our dorks. We need the resources. Okay, that wasn't much of a turn, to be real, but I am still insanely bottlenecked. I mean, how much worse could it really be? Here's an extruder. Do we try to kill the Appa here? The Ashling needs to die. Torch can do it. In theory. And then there's 2 more mana that right now isn't getting used for anything. Ugh. Two more mana can make a 3/3. You want to take 3 from the scrap bot? Well, we got a reaction from him. Torch the tower. So what were we going to pitch? We can sacrifice the 1/1 to make a 3/3. That gives us 1 more life. This has been bargained. Bottom. Please block with the Ashling. They don't. Okay. I go to 12. What are we bargaining with? We could give them back one of the Ashlings, but this has a different name. Giving them back the 2/2 seems incredibly bad. I'm also thinking about killing Aang. Because, I mean, those guys bouncing off each other as a combo, this thing turning into the 5/5 is how we lose the game, I think. And we're going to give up this scrap bot. No, we're going to give up this extruder. No, it's a use for mana. We need... Man, we kind of need ways to use our mana, so we need to play a manufacturing. We need to draw a red source or a white artifact. We need to play manufacturing, and we need to make a 3/3. Okay, so it is this. And that is the wrong land. Oh my god. That's a big Riddler. Really good with the fulcrums. Sure, just draw more cards. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, good. Why did they name Dragon, do you think? Any theories? I mean, I want to say Northwind Avatar, but it really doesn't even seem right in this deck. Oh, no. I think that's game. Couldn't be more bottlenecked if we tried. Ugh! Wow. All red cards in hand. Limited by 1 mountain almost the whole game. And we had to find that with a lander. We never drew a red source the whole game. Yuck! I guess, you know what? I'm off the bricks. I am. The too many basics, and the landers already have like a basics requirement here. That was really bad. Like, we can't do that again. No, we cannot. Ever again. Inspired. Vantage is there. It is. Inspiring, my bad. 26 lands is too many. Six lands for Dauntless Scrapbot seems like enough. And these might be tapped. Yeah, I guess I'll go to one of these instead. They're good lands, but... All right. That leaves us 2 spots to take the place where the bricks were, and they should be artifacts, preferably affordable artifacts. We could run more smithies as our 4-drop and our reward for running 24 lands. We haven't really done much with smithy, but we'd like to. But there are probably other artifacts that keep the value train going very well. We talked about Market Gnome before. And we definitely have a lot of ways to gain life. We have a lot of ways to sacrifice them. So we could run Market Gnome again. How about Pixie? Picking up the Reliquary. It would trigger the manufacturing. It's good with light. It could even recover Scrapbot. There's also Novice Inspector if we just want artifact tokens that draw cards. Pixie is a charmer, but I don't think it's the best Pixie deck. There aren't that many mega cheap artifacts, you know what I'm saying? Seam Rip's a good way to deal with the opponent's stuff, but I don't think that's the point here. I mean, this Warden is still looking at me being like, I want to play. You got a lot of artifacts just hanging out. Let's try the Warden. We're getting a little more aggressive at this point, but let's try it. Why not? How about 3 bots, even though I was very excited to try this. Obviously, multiples of them in hand get a little clunky. Not that we could ever draw multiples in a matchup where, you know, we want to play them. But just having to cast it twice against the Airbender Aang reminded me how expensive the card is when you don't go, especially when you're not like ahead in tempo. So let's see how Warden does instead. Not a lot of fodder here, but we're again looking at Scrapbot being like, are you going to play? I do love that it's 2 cards for Warden. And what happened to this card? This card got absolutely cooked somewhere. It was a monster. To the field with you. Stupid prowess. Look, they did that thing. Very impressive. Yeah, going first. Really something in this game. Now that we have the land, though, like, it's so tempting to play manufacturing, but I don't think it's the play. I think next turn is manufacturing. Wait a minute. No, it is the play. It is the play. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is a very powerful lineup in our hand here. The sequencing will be fun. We might out 1-drop the prowess deck. Dude, they're just going in. I mean, that's thirsty. I mean, really? Are you going to burn me out from 9? That's a draw. So how do we do it? How do we do it? We need to cast an artifact to make an artifact. Is this our scrap bot and then we die? That would be bad. We really want to cast a torch. We have nothing to sacrifice to this, though, until we get an artifact. It's close, right? I guess we can sack the warden, right? So we go like this. Then we go this. Now they burned a secret identity. They probably don't have another. If they do, it's not that bad. Like, what are they gonna do? Snap it off to make this bigger? Okay, they're gonna snap off a stock up. So no bargain here. We're not going to risk them going land secret identity. If we draw a land off the top, we warp this in and play Scrap Bot. And then we just need to draw ways to sack the munitions. But it recovers our life total. That's the land. And taking out their graveyard's going to matter against the talent. Out of there. That's going to be a draw. That's a land. That's bad. Not what you're looking for. At least be a fountain port. Jeez. Here comes an otter. Their 3-mana spell is stock up. Mine is Dauntless Scrapbot. We are not the same. What a wild ride we have. I mean, they are hyper aggressive. Did I really just draw back-to-back lands when really almost anything else would have been very, very functional and good? Yeah, that's what I did. Get him. Back-to-back lands in the clutch. Terrible. Once again, we are not the same. They still have to get past by the Guided by Light. And I don't even know if I'd block with it. Probably not. Secret Identity is still a card. Just get it over with. Oh my god. Oh, we ramped. That happened. What do you think? At 8, this is our card draw source. No blocks. I'm brave. We have to draw something good. And we do. We actually do. This gains 2 life, not 3. So they do have a wild ride. This is an artifact or creature. All right, so we go face. They're at 12. They die to the next attack. We're at 6. We're at 7. So do we attack? Make them put together the lethal hasty onslaught? Because if it's a slick shot show off, they win anyway. Dude, let's dial up the pressure. All you. You probably got it. We drew 2 lands too many. But we're in a spot. They can't dirtle anymore. And the life gain is keeping us in it. 7 might be a little harder than 6. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They got the ride. If they do, I don't know what took them so long. I guess they were just being a dick about it. That wasn't even... Yep, and they're still being a dick about it. Is it players, am I right? It's so smart. Yep, 3 of their 4 cards were perfect. How did this happen? Is it like they cast stock up? Oh, that was really bad. Smithy would have been nice there. Maybe we go back to more Smithy. Actually having a powerful 4-drop. Warden did not do its job. So, Wardens, we're looking at you. We're looking at you harshly, Warden. You might be... You're no Tarmogoyf. You could be if, you know, this format weren't a turn 3 format. All right, we go Otter again. Let's just fire away. Hopefully they just slam show off. We can extrude them. or Challenger. Mouse. Dead. I mean, it's a good hand. Don't think there's a force spike in the format. Let's see if this resolves. Let's make some dorks. You want to target my nesting bot? Awesome. I mean, like, do I owe you anything for that play? Or that one? Jesus. Okay, my opponent has some problems. They're not... All right. The Tale of Two Prowess games. Oh, that's a jealous heart if ever I've seen one. Double burst lightning, your nesting bot concede. I think Warden gets one more shot. I want to believe, especially with all that weapons manufacturing going on. It seems like a fun sequencing dilemma. You just can't play it when you're behind, which is yikers. But we go first this time. So this is your test, my friend. Let's see what we can do. Archive. Smithy off the top is something. I mean, we could have a lot of dorks. Play something. Not that. Lame. Okay. I mean, so far, no activations, no traction. But if they were trying to be on the board, we'd be in a great position. Oh, they're on the board. Okay. And that is something we can actually target. This is hilarious. We have to sack something here. Oh my god. Am I just pitching my Warden? Because we need to make an artifact. So weird. Pretty cool card, but it's legendary. And another land is what we really need. I'd be better off with the frickin' market gnomes. Maybe this is a market gnome deck. Singularity Rupture is a card, guys. Get ready for it. So Space-Time Anomaly, they're at 18. Seems good. All right, 31 cards to go. Turbo Mill in action. Board wipe. 2 torches is really bad. Okay. Well, that's the last time that's going to hit that hard. If they had the Riverturn Monument, though, they'd win the game. Ooh, okay. 1. Could be a creature. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 5. They're doing it. Thank God for them. They hit every land drop perfectly. 6 cards left. Terrible. What a nightmare. What a nightmare this deck is. All right, Warden's out. Piece of crap. Absolute dog trash. And I love dogs, to be clear. They just eat trash. All right, none of that. I'm just gonna take these back up. We're just gonna try more powerful stuff. It really makes me want to play like a Caretaker's Talent. I still think it's a good card, but I just feel so stupid all the time nowadays where it does nothing. Need more red mana in this deck. I just added some, but every time I see a hand like this, I'm reminded I can't really do anything if I have the wrong color. Something getting countered here. What's it gonna be? What's harder to interact with? It's even tempting to just go Extruder Face. Okay, just a consult. So they're Omniscience. Basically, we need Torch the Tower or some sacrifice shenanigans. There's a red. So, robots. Munition. Pass. Torch ready for a beast. We kind of have to keep a mana available at all times. Oh, they missed their land? We have a shot. Fountain Port. We could go for this, but then we're not holding up the mana like I discussed, so... Especially when we can possibly give this haste in the future. Extruder. Makes a dork. 2 TU. Makes a munitions. That's going to be a quick clock. That's what you want. Nothing. Well, sometimes you just don't have it. A discard hand size. If we go for the smithy, and give the token haste, they're kind of dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. No, 6. This doesn't attack though. So it's 1, 2, 3, token, 4, 5. Smithy is a big creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 9, but if they have any bounce spell or anything for it, they get a chance to win. Well, let's see if it resolves. And just hold up a red and then decide. If it resolves with no priority stick, maybe. All right, I'm doing it. I'm gonna win. You can't stop me. Easy. Calculated. So yeah, nice goldfish. Good match. Our opponent cast 1 spell and died. I imagine they must have had a perfect Omniscience hand. In my mind, that's what I see. They had the perfect Omniscient hand, and they're just like, draw land, I'll win the game. And instead, they drew 3 straight Omniscience. And this is apparently a turn 5 deck. My artifact control deck is a turn 5 deck. Yeah, that sounds like standard. That's some power. Please be Reanimator. I've been waiting to scrap bot Reanimator. Please? One time? It did good against Cub too. The deck did good against Cub. Yeah. And I mean, we haven't lost every game against Prowess. I'm gonna play Extruder, so I don't need to torch this. we can hold our own against Prowess and Cub, we probably are an all right deck. And I don't know how it's going to play against Control. It feels like Control has to have all the answers to all the different permanents, which is sometimes hard for Control. Even their Star Cages might result in them taking a ton of damage. Okay, they run this show off. Am I going to drop a scrap bot on them? Or am I going to zap their show off? I want to run Smithy too. I don't know if I shouldn't be afraid. Probably, they're not the kind of deck that kills me next turn with a show off. They're reading my 3-1. Hehe. Their sequencing isn't terrible yet. Good for them. Here we go. Nice big punch to face. That it? Sweet. Could have been worse. Anything else? Is this them with their secret identity? Are they holding up interaction? Man, did I need a weapons manufacturing there. Okay. Let's see if they have secret identity. Yep, well played. Oopsies. Okay. So they got a 2-2. Let's show them what's up. Scrap bot. Coming at ya. See how big they can make this otter. They kept it on top. They zap out a land and they cast a stock up. Cool. Well, they're going to be tapped out. They're going to be stocked up. They're going to be tapped out. If I can draw 1 mana play to go with this Smithy, life will be good. Dead. Or just more Smitty. That's fine. Make big thing. So that's 4 artifacts, not 5. That's unfortunate. Especially after a stock up. Yeah, if this was another 1 mana card instead of the 3rd or 4th Smithy, it would be so much better. Warden wouldn't be terrible right there. Oh, don't start again. Not again. We're not going back, are we? 1 mana artifact that does something good. That does something useful. I keep on thinking about market gnomes, but I want something more aggressive than that. I mean, Seam Rip is tempting because of the meta, but we should have enough 1 mana interaction. Okay. Jesus, another one? Okay, then. 2 mana open. I don't think they have a quench. They don't usually run a quench or a negate. So let's play as if they don't have it. Sweet. There's some big creatures. No, the crab! Come on. Don't crab me now. Still at 15. That definitely seems like a trick. Make him have it. I think we have to play some defense. I don't think there's a big choice. All right, no trick. And just one card left? No cards left. Torch off the top. 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's a bad flip. It's a very bad flip. So we're not doing it. Hi. What you got? Just that. They go to 7. They got Storm Chaser's Talent. We can make it 3/3 at instant speed. We can torch one of these. They top deck a Secret Identity. It's so bad, but I think you wait till the last minute here because this is a very close game. Never mind. Take it back. One less otter, please. There have been so many otters. Okay. Every card to reroll. Lots of Storm Chaser's Talents to use. We go to 9. It's probably a crab, but let's see. If they tap out here, we just need to draw an artifact. Just one artifact, please. In my artifact deck? Motherfucker. Hello? What do you got? Crab would be so nasty. The rope! Are you in danger? Okay. Thank God. But yeah, the land count and the smithies are killing me a little bit. Even though we're getting there. Yeah, I'd like to like that card. I just can't. It's just kind of a bad card. So I think we can actually go to like 22 lands though once we do that, which gives us those 6 cards. These last spots are a nightmare. And I mean they're good nightmare. It is really tempting to play like Pixie and just bounce cards like Legion Extruder or cheap artifacts. It does feel like it has to be an artifact though. What is the last piece? What is the thing that would do oh so much? What? Wait, what? Is this like 4 artifact creatures in one? Is this what enters or cast? Cast. Is this enters or cast? Enters. I mean, interesting. Seems kind of nonsensical that we could use that, but here we go. All right, choose one. Return a creature mana value 4 or less from graveyard to battlefield tapped, or exile a spirit, skeleton, or zombie. I mean, it's interaction, I guess. Is it? Yeah, it is instant speed. The other thing, you could run Star Cage. It exiles a lot of your own stuff. These are mana dorks that cast more artifacts. Let's try it. There's also the dolls. I mean, that's one way to keep more cards flowing. The saw blades, we know about those. They're all fine. All right, are we missing anything? Oh, we could run Percussionist. That's just value. Maybe we can run 20 lands if we do that. Like mono red. Can we run 20 lands in this deck? What does this make on its own? It makes white. So we want more red. Mountain Port, I think, is pretty good. Yeah, we're not using all those landers anyway, are we? Now, this deck is super cheap. Whenever this artifact or another artifact enters, up to 1 target creature gets +1/+0 and gains haste. Then transform this if you control 4 or more artifacts. I mean, that's kind of wild. There's actually a lot of stuff going on here. Exile an artifact from your graveyard, put a counter on this. It deals damage equal to its power to any target. Like, these cards all seem good. You know what I mean? This Scrapbot's becoming the worst card in the deck, but man, do I want to hate the graveyard. I guess spending 3 mana to search for another one of these is probably not good enough. But Harvester, damage to any target, could come in really handy. And then we even have cards like Chainsaw we're not running. I don't know, dude. There's so many good artifacts. But there's got to be a version of this that's just so cheap and aggressive. And I know that there's another card, Chrome Dome, right? That's from the set. The Ninja Turtles pile of things. Yeah, this card. Meh? I don't think it's good. Like, I'm not convinced by Chrome Dome, but at least for a deck like this, I've seen some disgusting things with it, like combos. Oh wait, hold on. We don't even have the Smithy in our deck anymore. Manufacturing. There we go. So now we're just a 20 land, super cheap, hopefully resourceful, lots of different options and angles artifact pile that runs Dauntless Scrapbot because you don't need another reason. Because I started the deck with you and I'm sticking with you. It doesn't look like much of a ramp deck anymore, though, that's for sure. The idea of Caretaker's Talent copying lander tokens was kind of the beginning. This is weird. Interesting. Well, let's go. If they have burst lightning, maybe we'll hit a land or a castable. Almost everything on our deck is. I often don't like to hit these. Okay, we get an opt. You know, a get lost, maybe two in this deck. We could even target our own things and make map tokens. Would not be terrible. Dude, the prowess is absolutely off the chain right now. So if they have burst lightning, we want to hold the robots to get value. We could just play a harvester next turn, but then we have 1 mana unused. I don't like that. We could play extruder and just go face. I don't like that either. We'd say go. By the way, how red is our deck? Should we even have planes in our deck? I think we pass. Like they need to play a threat sometime. We might even be setting up to play it protected. And just feeding their burst lightning when we could be waiting to get more value. I think this is the right move. I'm not positive, but I think it is. Maybe they plot a show off here? Yeah, okay, they're also playing stare at you. Okay. How much damage you want to take from this little guy? Harvesters ain't looking great here, but what can you do? Might be spell elementals. Really could have used the mana for the scrap bot. These could have been lands. Yeah, okay. They're playing a 1 mana 4/5. Pretty good. These draws ain't it. This plains is killing me. Every card is red except for the one that costs 3, which we don't have 3 mana for. Is this crab? Feels like crab. Alright, I'm gonna get a new game. Harvester didn't last long. I mean, Duskgrows would have been sweet. But yeah, Harvester was trash. Actually, let's check. I mean, there's only 2 planes. There's only 3 cards here that don't produce red. It's not like there's no white. But yeah, I mean, that felt really slow, didn't it? Like, unplayably slow. I mean, we could give it another try, but that was bad. This is like another 1 mana removal card. It is tempting. And it is white. Alright. It seems like a little silly. Let's do that. One of them. One Caretaker's Talent. It'll be great. Definitely losing control of artifact control. Yeah, maybe that one should be one harvester. Maybe one is the right number there. One mana cards. You gotta have one mana cards. All right, turn one nesting bot. It's been a while. Let's try this out. Set up, attack, easy. Go right to the robots. Why not? They don't appear to have a torch the tower or a hex. Okay, it's this. Is it this deck? Maybe it's skeletons. So Legion Extruder, make dork, murder spider, attack face, speed go up, doing it. But will we draw land for Scrapbot? A stash skeleton appears. It might have double strike next turn. With ethereal armor. It's a 5/4? What the hell? It might have double strike next turn. Okay. Yeah. What do we do? Make more dorks? Could also hold up the torch. This is going away, right? So this is actually going down to 3 toughness. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. This becomes a 2/1, so they'll want to kill that. So I think if we send these two, they block here. Speed goes to max. Oh yeah, I can't block. Silly me. All right, that's a mistake. If I lose by a few life, I blew it, but I think we're okay. All right, trigger goes to 3 toughness. I'm feeling all clever about this saga, and then that happens, right? Very sad. All right, let's pitch the percussionist. There's a weapons manufacturing. Put an extruder on the bottom. Land would be good. Good night. That was good. Love that. I feel really bad that my Scrapbot talent deck is nothing like a Scrapbot talent deck, and I need to give that another look. But we just turned into something else entirely. I mean, I think that when we added the nesting bot, things went a strange direction quickly. But now I'm at like Rust, Harvester. Put that in there. It feels like there's probably some other artifact that like... I want experimental synthesizer, but I don't think we have that. Artifact, exile. Exile like your top card, right? And get some of that more percussionist value. This enters, you may discard card, draw 2, craft with a dinosaur. I don't think that's it. But I feel like there's something else. And then, like, instead of Scrapbot, we can be playing, like, Soul Guide Lantern. That's probably just better in all these, every way, since we can never cast this anymore. Feels so bad, but I think that's right. I don't know. My Scrapbot has attacked for lethal a few times today. The fact that we've never drawn a 3rd land in the last couple of games is more, I think, more a sign of the times. Let's do like this. Besides, we have great lands we can be playing in the Air Temple and the Monastery. So why are we only running 20, right? All right, try that. I am having fun. This is a cooking deck. When it's working, it's really working. The mana's been a problem sometimes. Looks like it might be a problem here. But you look at the deck and you're like, wow, I can do a lot. This deck could also have a Shelter by Ghosts in it. Maybe 1. I don't know if 3 Hardlight Containment's the right number. It only hits creatures. It does give out Ward. Could matter. Let's go right to work. Every time I play a tap land instead of like getting my shock land down and attacking, it seems like I regret it a lot. Okay, they're gonna play artifacts. Big draw here. Didn't get it. All right, the Air Temple got me. We don't have that many basics, so maybe I just can't run these. I get really excited to run Monastery and Air Temple, but ugh, maybe not. Especially after I cut the bricks. Yeah, pretty dumb. But hey, we did draw land. Getting this on the board feels pretty good. Too many 2-mana cards, though. Gotta do what we gotta do. Too bad this doesn't end an artifact. The Duskrose Reliquary would have been money. It's a good hand. It's a good hand. We can't do it. That is for sure. We are failing our city. Not over yet, but oof. What made this hand ultra clunky? Honestly, just the tap land. We lost a key turn where we could have had the robots down. The next turn we could have had Guided by Light and Extruder. Yeah, GG. Arrgh! It's like you're chasing something and it's right there. It's too bad. These lands are so good, but can't do it. I don't like doing that, but I think we have to. Now that I have Starting Town, though, can we run this? Team vents. And we already have the town. How much blue do we really need? I think 2 steam vents are fine. What's the other one that makes blue? It's white blue. I know this. It's Hallowed Fountain. Steam vents. Let's try that. Pinnacle, whatever it is. Yeah, let's go to work. Harvester on the play. We now have no graveyard hate in the deck, which is, you know, so sad for me thinking about where we came from. But all right, here's manufacturing. This prowess deck is going to get ripped up. We also haven't played against a graveyard deck today. Not like, also we've never had the mana to just cast our scrap bot on time or anything like that. This is going to be gross. That would be you sacrificing this, dealing 2 damage to you. It's prowess. We do need more artifacts. I think I have to scry it, especially with another one in hand. Because if we don't get artifacts going, the manufacturing doesn't do anything. Caca. And there you go. How much does it do? Damage equal to its power? Okay. I mean, it's good value, but we're all we're drawing is land. So we're getting God at the moment. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they? Okay, gotta watch out for secret identity here. Life game, baby. So they have something that interacts on the stack, because it didn't hold for this. Interesting. Or they just put on full control after. Please just draw an artifact in my artifact deck, please. Okay, they just go for it. I guess we have to see if they've got another one. Nope, they don't. Got him. Good night. I was so ready for you. Nice. All right. I mean, we're hanging with prowess. And we killed the Cub deck. And then we've had awkward draws that we've been trying to smooth out, but then forgetting what we're doing and then unsmoothing them. I don't know. Harvester didn't look terrible there. Okay. Opponent goes first, so the odds of having to play a turn 1 torch or something, pretty high. But it's not, because they're playing some kind of a control deck. I think we just run this out, it dies, so no, not now. Give me time. Got Emissary here. There's a Drowner. I will not get Kaito'd right now. You. Wonder what they take. The Emissary. I think the right play is this. Not particularly imposing, but it gives them something they have to do about and a board presence. And then next turn we go robots into robots. If they don't kill this, we draw cards. But if they don't kill this, we get the robots. Here we go. Resolves. So now do they kill this robot? I mean, I'll just go robot on robot here. They probably plan to kill this, but they might be playing Enduring Curiosity. I got my trigger. Yep, there it is. Beautiful. Didn't really want to trade away my Haleo, and we've got blockers for this cat for days. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got it. I mean, Tempo has trouble with wide boards, and right now their kitty isn't doing their job, and I'm guessing they also have a Kaido. This is where Deceit looks really bad in their deck, because it didn't create a board presence. It got them hand knowledge, but it's not going to help them get their Kaido down. Okay, so they've decided it's time to use a removal spell. But if that's the only one they have, they're in trouble. Warp. Oh, baby. A lot of trouble. Do we play around a quench? There's not a lot of downside since we have so much life. We may as well play around a quench. That can be a 2-1 in a few turns if the opponent makes it that long, but they are at 20 now, so it's not crazy. Anyway, that's a board. Yeah, they made some 1-1s. Okay. Cool. Love that. Give me that. Gain a life. So these could have haste. We don't want to attack with this anyway, so why not? Wow. Well, that was sick. We're cooking now. You want to attack? Yep. They didn't Kaido. I thought they were going to Kaido. But I guess this is just so that they can surveil.
I've seen
and draw.
Information is its own weapon.
A card has been acquired. All right. Now what? I mean, we do have 5 mana worth of plays. Let's do it. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Face.
Okay, now let's run away.
They need to like rip Time Walk's Yuriko style to have a shot now. Or they need to play a board wipe. Best of 1 isn't eternally without those. But I think that's it. Empower one thing up. Might as well give them a hard time. I mean, they could be thinking about targeting this. Okay, we'll just go to combat. There are ways they can get out of this. Drowner. Stuns my girl. What you got? You probably don't get out of this. But I think like another Drowner or removal spell would have done it. And back in the top 500. All right, I think we're getting it. I think we're robotically inclined now. I think we're where the deck wants to be, although I do want to take another shot at my scrap bot pile sometime. But thank you for watching this video. Final deck list will be in the description. You're cool.